How's it going, everybody? Rob here. Just want to do a quick video on an error that I've been getting when I'm trying to deploy my image classification model using Gradio. It's a model built with Keras on TensorFlow. And the problem I was initially running into, is this error that you see here when you follow the guide. It's the unexpected keyword argument shape when you're creating your interface here and then the image object. It doesn't like this shape parameter. The reason is because it is outdated as of Gradio 4.0. The problem is that the guide on Gradio still uses this deprecated parameter for how to tell you how to do it. And that's why even in the guide, when the demo should be launching down here, it doesn't. It just stays on loading this whole time. If you go to Hugging Face and you find the image classifier, you'll see it's working just fine. You'll see the image, you'll see the version rather that it was running on is 3.44.4 for this one, whereas in the guide they're all the way up to 4.19. So this code no longer works basically, but it's still listed as the code in the guide on Gradio. So I was running into some problems getting this to work, and really I still am. I found the only thing I did to get it to work was to install just the version that you see there on Hugging Face in their GitHub code. And when you do that and launch it, it runs just fine. But if you just use the code as it's said in the guide, you get this error. Now I searched through various open issues on Gradio's GitHub page, and I couldn't find anything related to this, nor could I find anything when I simply just searched on Google. So that's the reason I'm making this video. I'm by no means an expert. Someone who's got a little bit more experience and knows a little bit more about programming could probably figure this out. But really, I just couldn't get it, because here's the documentation for an image from version 3.5. You can see there's this shape parameter that lets you resize the image when it's passed to the function, which makes perfect sense to me. But when you change the version to 4.19, this shape parameter goes away. And furthermore, there's nothing that really seems to replace it. Nothing fits as something that could reshape the image once it's passed into the interface. And then when you try to do that, even if you remove this argument so that it has no problem with the parameter itself, you still get an error when you're trying to pass in your image, because it says it can't reshape the image into the shape it needs, which makes sense. But then there's nothing either here in the documentation or in the guide that would indicate what sort of, the replacement for that parameter, how to actually reshape the image. Specifically with TensorFlow, that's the one I'm working with here. So that's the reason why I made this video, just to maybe help somebody else, because I'm pretty new at coding and it didn't even necessarily occur to me to just roll back the version that I've been using. But that fixes it. You're using an outdated version of Gradio, but you'll still at least get your classifier to work. As you can see here, you submit it and it generates the outputs. So yeah, I'm not totally sure what's going on. Perhaps I'll open an issue and see if they want to get the guide updated, because it's kind of annoying. The reason personally I use Gradio is because I'm not super technically minded yet. I don't have a ton of technical skills. I just wanted something to easily deploy my model, and sure enough, just right away I immediately run into issues trying to deploy it and had to spend some time troubleshooting. But that's life. I just wanted to post this video. Maybe it'll help one or two other people besides me, and let me know what you think. You have a good day.